Hey, fourth grade friends, this is Miss Stacy. We are going to practice with dividing using partial quotients. So we're going to have a 4-digit dividend, 4,316, divided by a 1-digit divisor, and we'll use 3, and we are going to find our quotient. So some people call the partial quotients using the big 7. We put the divisor outside. It's very similar to long division, but they're not able to do long division until they get into middle school. So we are having to learn how to divide either with an area model or partial quotients, and see my other videos for area model. Our dividend will go inside just like with long division. The difference between long division and using partial quotients for 4th and 5th grade is when you're using long division, you're writing your quotient here and you're subtracting as you go. But with partial quotients, they're dividing and they're writing their partial quotients here and subtracting as we go. The reason why they are not writing it here is so that they can use multiples of tens, hundreds, thousands, and so on to be able to multiply to get the partial quotient here to subtract. So we are going to look at the first place, which is the greatest place value. Right now that's in the thousands place. So you're going to ask yourself, is 4 a multiple of 3? No. But what could we multiply? What other fact could we multiply times 3 that would get us very close to 4 without going over? And that would be 1. Well, we know that 3 times 1 equals 3. But this 3 is not in the ones place. It is in the thousands place. So that means we need to multiply this 3 times 1,000. And then we need to multiply this 1 by 1,000. Because 3 times 1,000 equals 3,000. And then you would subtract just like you would if you're doing long division. And then you continue the process. Can 3 go into 1? No. So we look at 3 going into 13. 13 is not a multiple of 3, but you can use 3 times 4, and that would give you 12. But we know this is not just 12. We know this is 1,200. So that means to get 1,200, we multiply 3 times 4. And then we have to increase that by multiplying by 100, as we did the 12. And we're going to continue. Subtract. Okay. We know that we can't multiply 3 times something to give us a 1, but we can go 3 times something will equal 11 or close to 11. And that's going to be 3 times 3, which is 9. But this is not just 9, it is 90. So this would have to be 3 times 30 to give you the 90. And you subtract, and we put a placeholder 0 here so we keep on track with our subtraction. So this would be 6. We have to regroup. Okay. 3 times 8 would give us 24. Subtract, we have 2. So this gives us a remainder of 2, and we ask ourselves, is 2 a reasonable remainder when we have a divisor of 3? And yes, it is, because 2 is less than 3. So then we add all of our partial quotients here, including those placeholder zeros to try to keep everything in line. Okay, so we have 1,438 with the remainder of 2 for our quotient. And you would check with multiplication to make sure you would multiply 3 times 1,438 and then add the 2. and you should get 4,316. If you are having to divide and use it as a mixed number, the mixed numbers include a whole number and a fraction. So the whole number for this quotient would be the whole number for the mixed number. And the students know that for the numerator, it's going to be the remainder. And for the denominator, it's going to be the divisor because it does not change. So this is in case they're looking for something that has to have it as a mixed number. But this is how we divide using partial quotients.